purpose of this video is to give you a little bit of an update if you are a shareholder of this private company that I talked about, the cannabis company, in the previous video, because I spent about 30 minutes talking with Casey today. So I'll give you an update, and then I will also just share a little bit of how stunned I am with some people's ability to analyze companies, like how quickly they can analyze companies, right? So let's talk with an update. So two things on that company is finishing the dispensary and the machine that they bought for the production of the joints. And so when we financed this company, it was to finish the dispensary and to get this $400,000 machine to make those joints for themselves and for other companies, so contract manufacturing. So on the dispensary, they're like putting up drywall right now, and on the 12th, which is in 2 days, they have a meeting with the utilities company to connect those utilities. So from that meeting, they will decide like how they're gonna go about it. In other words, if the utilities company comes back and says, oh, it's gonna take 6 months, then they're gonna go and get their generator and do the electricity like that until the utilities company connects it, right? But he doesn't expect it to be like that. He thinks that they're gonna meet with the plan of just connecting the utilities, and then as they're finishing inside, hopefully those two things will coincide with each other and the project would be finished, right? So that's a little update on that. Then on the machine, so remember they were doing joints for other companies, contract manufacturing, but it was very labor intensive. So they were producing like 1,000 joints per day before the machine, and they had to have 10 people to do that. Now they are producing about 5,000 joints per day, and it only takes 2 people. So that was the purpose of this machine. And remember, this machine had a capacity of like 8,000 joints per day. So as of now, as of today, they're like doing 5,000 joints per day. But of course, if they finish a particular contract, there might be some breaks that it doesn't always operate at that 5,000 joints per day. But like right now, that's where they are, right? And then they are in the process of, and they shared it with us on the live call, with this top 2 brand to take the rest of the capacity, right? So they're just still in discussions. They're gonna hear more this week, but apparently they are the number 1 choice for the company. So we'll see. And so to make a joint, you need leaves, they're called trims, and then packaging, and then this machine puts it together, right? So if you do like a math of about 5,000 joints per day times $1, they're charging a little bit more than $1, but let's just say $1. So 5,000 per day, 50,000 for 10 days, about 150,000 of revenue, and that's very high profit revenue per month, right? And then the machine costs 400,000. So the cost of it like covers itself, let's say 3 to 5 months, right? So that was the idea. So that was, I guess, a pretty decent investment on that part. And then of course, if they get that other client, then that would be even better. So this update today it took me like 30 minutes on the phone to get it, right? It takes me time to understand it, and every time I talk to them, I learn a little bit more. And before this, I had to learn a lot about the industry because I didn't know too much about the industry. So I said that the other purpose of this video was that I was stunned. I'm stunned by some people's ability to analyze stocks fast. You see, for public companies, some people have this ability that they can look at a chart, price action, and they can tell like if a company is good or not. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I am not able to do this. Like, I wish I could, but I'm not. So I am very impressed with some people's ability to do that. But what I experienced recently was that after I started, talking a little bit about this cannabis company, and I'm not talking too much about it because it's not public, so what's the point? But I am stunned that some people are already expressing their approval or disapproval. In other words, they are already able to tell whether this company is going to succeed or not. Like, I didn't even talk about the name, but it's not that hard because there's some people that are obsessed with me on Twitter and think about me all day long every day, so that name of the company has already been mentioned on Twitter, and then the name alone is enough for some very, very smart individuals to already be able to analyze it and say whether it will succeed or not. The company doesn't even have a chart. They don't even have a chart, and they are already able to tell whether it will succeed or not. And that really makes me jealous a little bit. And I'm stunned and jealous because, just to give you this little update, I had to spend 30 minutes on the phone and just to get this little update, and they are able to tell like this, and I'm very impressed actually. It's amazing. I wish I was this good, but I guess I'm just old school.